It's Week 11 of the National Football League, and we'll see Tony Pollard. He's coming off just an excellent performance last week, nearly 200 yards. It's the Cowboys and the Panthers. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they enter play here. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for Sanders last week: 20 carries, 137 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And Young's throw there incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, and it's 3rd and 5. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
And he will go down, a Cowboys sack. Mozzie Smith, he fought through to record the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And it's fielded at the 34. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them the 1st down. Prescott to throw it. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man incomplete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 24-yard line. A third down gain of 19. Well, on third down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Prescott now on 2nd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, offenses are always trying to be smart about when they're trying to dominate the screen to the running back, because they understand you can only get to the ball so many times in the game, but the defense starting to anticipate the call.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down. So on 4th down, Prescott off, and on is Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you
and then they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go through that first drive. I'm trying to do better. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there. They'll bring up the 2nd and 9.
He went right back to it, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Young to throw it. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. But now it'll be 3rd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
Well, there wasn't anything wrong with him on that play.
Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mark that down as a punt return of 78 yards. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach. but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. So an early 10-0 lead for him now as they kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Young from the shotgun. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Looking to throw, Young. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Cowboys. Out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
First down, Cowboys.
Prescott on 1st down. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. Ball to gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackling doesn't make him play.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty. The result is 6 points. Aubrey now for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. That time a 6-play drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
It's a second down run with Sanders, and not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. Here is Young. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now after all of this, hang on here, because he appears to be shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And a short gain here down to the 22. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now Prescott. On the out route, it's Lamb with a grab. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
And it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Everything's going right here in this first half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw, Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys continue to pull away here in this first half.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Carolina. – ready to take over here.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. No, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. And this offense on 3rd down today, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now here's Young. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
As we both know, there's a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year, and part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Young working out of the gun. Finds his man on the out route. It's Chenault. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Check white, black one, check pink.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one, a first down pickup of 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now Young. He'll get this to the rookie, Jonathan Mingo.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. Young. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Micah Parsons
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
Young. That swung out wide to Sanders.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. To throw, Young. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognize. Was. touchdown here.
So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room, maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of the team, and they could come out looking real sharp in the second half.
Tony Pollard and his Dallas teammates ready again on offense. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's 3rd and 9. Prescott yet again. Shakes off the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fielded at about the 28. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start in the NFC East. This one always a battle. New York taking on Washington, and it's the Giants who are out in front in the second quarter. A touchdown there for Saquon Barkley. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Kenny Pickett with a couple of touchdown tosses. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Josh Palmer, a touchdown reception. This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up, ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far, but there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly. Each team making their final preparations for this second half. We're about ready too, as we'll send you back up to Charlotte and rejoin Brandon and Charles at Bank of America Stadium.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Second half begins with a run by Pollard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Off the play fake, Prescott. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Prescott. That's dumped off to Pollard. Just a gain, a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting it.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's Brian Anger now, standing just outside his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Returnable here from the 38. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Young to throw it. Short throw underneath to Hurst. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
That throw by Young incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Young on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Down he goes at the 23 to pick up a 4. Now it's 2nd and 6.
At the 23-yard line.
To the air once more, Young. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
With a out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Young now. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So Young will head to the sideline, and on is Pinheiro for the Panther field goal. He hit his first, this one from 40. And they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Dallas offense set for this next. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
Kevontae Turpin now to return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Right where this second down started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Play fake. Here's Prescott.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here's a screen now for Pollard.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Cowboys with the football. They'll be looking to tack onto their lead as we get set for the fourth.
118 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Throwing, Prescott.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
Touchdown!
CeeDee Lamb
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests. But in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go.
Young. And once again, this is Sanders. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Now Young. That is caught by Thielen. A big play there for Carolina. 45 yards.
To get back in this ball game, big plays are going to be necessary. And here's one right on cue. Coming up with 3 scores here in the 4th is not going to be an easy task. But that's good work there to bite off a chunk of yards.
Okay, ready?
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Ready.
An option handoff given to Sanders. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here is Young. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run here with Hubbard. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Sanders will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your theme there.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to...
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards. But he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chili on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
On first down. They go back to Vaughn again. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Prescott now. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain there of 21 yards. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, when that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, you're going to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. That is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead now up to 14.
Panthers 24.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now Young and the Panthers down by 2 touchdowns. 1:54 on the clock. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Ready.
Here's Young. Pass complete. Hurst. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now Young. Into the hands of Sanders. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. Young. That swung out wide to Sanders. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Young to throw. He'll find Thielen, work in the middle. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From the red zone now, Young. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And Young's throw there incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Ready?
Young on third down. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Young. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
So it's a win here for the Cowboys, and it was Dak Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Yeah, sometimes you just have those games where everything's clicking, and this was one of those days. He wound up with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. He was large and in charge all day long.
So for the Cowboys, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else in their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And now they'll have the short week ahead as they'll host their annual Thanksgiving Day game on Thursday. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they're going the wrong way, as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.